My name is Glenn Hodges, and I'm the manager of Mountain View Cemetery for the City of Vancouver. This story for us goes back to, well, recently back to the early 2000s when we started to do some work with the Commonwealth War Graves Commission, and they were looking to do some restoration and improvement work to some of the war graves and early military graves in the cemetery by setting up and installing for the first time in North America what's sort of considered to be the European standard for war grave cemeteries. So a nice continuous beam footing underneath with upright monuments and floral borders around all the monuments. So we started that work in Mountain View, and there were 5 individual plots of 16 graves that we chose to do first, and this behind us is one of those. And when we went through the process of trying to verify and validate the status of all the veterans there, in this particular case there was one that we simply weren't able to verify, or they weren't able to verify, so it remained unmarked. And then just earlier last year, about 10 months ago, the cemetery is contacted by someone who is doing some research in Belgium, thought that maybe a name in our records sounded similar to someone that, you know, they had information had moved to Canada in the early 1900s. It might be this individual. Through that research, we were able to connect with Veterans Affairs, and they were able to then create a monument for this person and definitely confirm his status. So today we were fortunate enough to install that marker. So for the cemetery, it represents kind of a missing puzzle piece for, I guess, for us. And I think for the folks in Belgium, it probably represents a much longer missing puzzle in terms of where the person that we've identified as Archie VanHOUTTE ended up and where he is. And now through this, we can, you know, help confirm with them that he has been identified, located, and appropriately marked. So it's kind of a nice thing, I think, for the folks there, and certainly for the cemetery, to complete this plot of 16 veterans who are all appropriately marked and commemorated, and it will remain so with a nice floral border for the next 100 years. We are the final resting place of just over 12,000 veterans spread across 3 fields of honor, plus the Jones 45 original military section. So that makes our cemetery here in Vancouver the second largest military cemetery in all of Canada, second only to the Last Post Fund Cemetery in the province of Quebec. So Mr. VanHOUTTE here lies among a fairly significant military site within Canada, and just south of what the Commonwealth War Graves Commission considers to be their premier war dead site in all of North America.